Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Rome 390 Boss Binding. I rode this binding at Arapahoe Basin at the end of the day when we had a storm rolling in. We had hot pow, chop, chunder, ice, crust, some corduroy in spots, and I rode it on my Telos Mike Rankwit snowboard with my K2 Thraxis boots. When it comes to adjustability on this binding, it's pretty straightforward. You have 4 screws to adjust the heel cup, so you can slide that forward or backwards to center your boot on it. The toe ramp can slide forward or backwards as well. The toe strap is on a push pin system, so you can push that down, pull it back up to lock it in place. Then you've also got your flip tabs. You pop them up, slide them forward, slide them back. That'll help center the strap over the boot. You got high back rotation on the side, so you can rotate the high back so it's parallel to the back edge if that's your thing. Then you got your forward lean adjustment on the back of the high back itself. Like I said, pretty straightforward standard stuff on this, nothing mind-blowing here. When it comes to the straps, you have Rome's Oxtec toe strap. This will fit just about any boot shape out there, whether it's snub nose, round nose, pointy tip, whatever it is, it will fit it and it will lock in securely. The heel strap is Rome's Pure Flex strap, which is a minimalist design. It gets rid of any excess material so that all the padding is provided from the actual boot that you're using. This strap has a ton of give to it. You will be able to flex into it. It's just the way that it's designed, so you end up with a lot of ankle flexion with this. When it comes to ratchets, Rome knows what they're doing. These climb and release well. That one finger quick release is awesome. You never have to worry about these prematurely releasing. They do their job, they do their job well. You really just sort of set it and forget it. The high back is nothing special. It's a very minimal design, basically one piece with a little bit of padding on it. You do end up with a bit of give to it. The forward lean adjustment is easy to use. You flick it down, slide it up, slide it down, flick it back up, lock it into place. You can adjust it on the fly. So when it comes to the flex of this binding, you got to understand that there's 2 things going on. Underfoot, it's going to be a little more stiffer. You've got that full wrap heel cup, so you get a little more lateral drive out of it. But in the straps, there's a lot of give. So when you're going toe to heel, you're going to feel yourself pushing through that heel strap. And even when you bring it back and push into the high back as well, there's going to be some give in there. Basically, it's right around middle of the road, maybe a little bit softer than middle of the road. It's a price point binding. It's designed to attract people to it for that, and as such, you do get more give from the straps, and it is a little more freestyle focused. So the ride of this binding is smooth and somewhat damp. It's not totally like a kinetic energy killer, but it's damp enough that it'll absorb some chatter in that footbed and that foam pad underneath it, so expect it to do that. Like I said, it's consistent and smooth, which is nice because you know what you're going to get out of it. Who's this binding for? The freestyle focused rider on a budget. The first set of Rome bindings I ever owned were 390s, and then I owned a couple pairs of 390 Bosses over the years, and it's a meat and potato binding at this point. It's not like a flagship for them. You know what you're going to get. It's a freestyle binding on a budget. I'm not a big fan of that heel strap. It just has a little more give than I personally would like. But that toe strap is super solid. Overall, like I said, it's a consistent binding. You know what you're going to get with it. And I think that works for someone that doesn't have a ton of money but just wants a binding that's going to work and work well for them. Comparable bindings: the Union STR, the Ride C6, the Bent Metal Action. This has been my review of the Rome 390 Boss. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own a pair? Are you going to buy a pair? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this binding. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not going to miss any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.